Hey, is this on? Just want to make sure we are on here. Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about how to find a good realtor to sell your house. And the reason I want to talk about this is not because I want to tell you I'm the best realtor to sell your house. What happened was a couple of days ago, as I was watching the ball game, I got a text message from one of my good friends who lived out of state. And she's like, hey, it's time for me to put my house on the market. And obviously you don't live in my state, but can you help me figure out how to find a good realtor to sell my house? And I was, come to think about it, I'm like, you know what? I think I blogged about this before. I think I talked about this before, and I'm sure I can help and really give you some tips and pointers. Obviously, if you live in Maryland, DC, or Virginia, I would love to have an opportunity to help you sell your home. But a lot of my followers and a lot of my friends, they don't live in the state that I live in. And although we have a network of agents all around the country that I can get them connected to, I want to give the pointers on how to actually figure out what questions to ask, how to look at the resumes of these agents to make sure that that you are choosing the right agent to get your home sold. And because it's one thing to put your house on the market, it's another thing to get your home sold at the best price possible, right? And with the least amount of hassle, to make sure you have a good experience, which is what we focus on when we help our homeowners. So we created a list of 10 questions that you can use to kind of use to as a guide to ask people or ask these agents and get them to answer you. And that's what I want to tell you. So 10 questions to ask any agents. If you want a copy of this report that I'm going to pretty much tell you today, if you don't want to listen to the next 5-10 minutes, just let me know. Like, you can text me 301-651-4900, 301-651-4900, and I'll get you a copy of the same report that I'm going to go over with you right now. Feel free to just text me at that number again. That's 301-651-4900, and I'll get you a copy of this report on how, like 10 questions to ask any agents, right? How to find a good realtor to sell your home at the best price, hassle-free. All right. So the first thing that I would tell people to ask any agents that they are interviewing. Again, when you're interviewing agents, right, it's not just random questions you want to ask. Just like when you're interviewing somebody, or let's say that you're being interviewed for a job, right? You want to be prepared. You want to have a list of questions to ask. So one of the first things that I always ask all of my clients is like, hey, find out what makes that agent different. And when I have a new coaching client in real estate, a realtor that hires me to coach them, one of the first things I ask is actually the same exact question. What makes you different? Why should I hire you? Why should a homeowner hire you above and beyond any other agents? Right? So what makes you different? Why should I list my home with you? That's the first question you should always ask an agent. Now, if the agent says, oh, I'm a hardworking agent, or if they say, oh, a common one is like, oh, I'm an honest agent. I've heard an agent say, you know what? I always return phone calls, right? Is that a real reason to work with that agent? Is that agent really different than anyone else? Do you want to work with just any other agent, or is that answer satisfactory to you, right? It's a much tougher real estate market than it was a decade ago. What unique marketing plans does that agent have? That's something that you want to ask. What's unique about you? What's different about you? Do you have any guarantees? Kind of like what we do here, right? We guarantee a price. Like if you're a homeowner and you want to sell your home, we'll guarantee your price. And if we can get you your price, we'll pay you the difference. Something like that. Oh, guys, by the way, with all the people watching here today, if you have any specific questions that you want to ask me directly, I would love to have a chance to answer your questions here as well. All right, so the first question again is, what makes you different? Difference. What makes you different, and why should I list my home with you? Second question, track record. You want to know the track record of this agent. What is your company's track record and reputation in the marketplace, right? Because really, any agent can tell you, oh yeah, I'm really good, right? You've seen probably a lot of agents say, oh, I'm number one. Number one in what, right? How many homes have you sold? How many homes have you sold in my neighborhood? How many homes have you sold in the zip code, right? in the city that I live in? How many, and the track record is like, all right, so what percentage of asking price do you get for your clients, right? Are you getting 100% of market price, 100% of asking price? The typical agents in our area gets about 95 to 96% of asking price. Now, what does that mean, right? So let's say that you go put your home on the market for, I'm just gonna use a round number, $100,000. The average agent in our marketplace will get you $95,000 to $96,000 on a $100,000 house. Okay, that's what that means. Now, that agent may say, oh yeah, I'll get 98% of asking price, 99% of asking price. I think it's important that you know how good that agent is based on that question, right? What is your company's track record? The reputation in the marketplace is not just selling homes, but selling homes the right way. A good analogy is somebody had told me, hey, I don't have a basketball here with me, but pretend there's a basketball in my hand, right? And this guy's like, all right, this basketball in your hand is just a basketball, but if I put this basketball in the hands of Michael Jordan, that basketball becomes something different, right? This guy knows what to do with that basketball. Take a listen to that story and ask that agent the same thing. When an agent says, oh yeah, I have all these tools to market your home. What the hell does that actually mean, right? Just because you have access to tools, it doesn't mean you know what the hell to do with it. So you want to make sure the agent actually has a good track record. Oh, hi, Dion. Hey, thanks. I like my awards too. We work really hard for this. But the track record shows you whether the agent actually knows what to do with the tools that they have. A basketball in my hands and a basketball in Kobe Bryant's hands, two different results. Tools in one agent's hands, tools in another agent's hands, you will get two different results with the same exact tools. It's whether or not the agent knows what to do with it. Number 3. All right, so far so good. Number 3, marketing. What are your marketing plans for my home? What exactly will you do to get my home sold, right? Most agents will tell you, oh, I'm gonna advertise. I'm gonna tell you what most agents say. I'm gonna advertise your home, right? I'm gonna put a sign on your yard that says homes for sale, right? I'll create an ad. This is what most agents say. I'll create an ad for your home. I'll put it into the MLS, do an open house, right? I'll get people to come, and maybe I'll bring agents from my office to take a look at your home, and then hopefully your home sells. That's what most agents says. Now, is that good enough for you? And that's up to you. If you think that's good enough for you, great, hire that agent. But if you want an agent who's more proactive than that, ask the agent, really, what are your marketing plans for my home? Are you just gonna put a sign on my lawn? Are you just gonna take a photo of my house, and then are you just gonna hope something happens? Or do you actually have a plan to get my home sold? Very important, right? So far, so good. Again, if you have any questions, let me know, because I have a listing appointment to go to after this, so time's limited here. Number 4, what has your company sold in my area? What's your sales record? Agents should bring you a complete list of their own and other comparable sales in your area, right? I always tell all of our homeowners when we're meeting with them, right? I'm gonna go over my marketing plan, and then I'm gonna go over with you what has sold in the area recently. I'll also show you what's the current inventory in the marketplace, what buyers are seeing right now. You wanna know that. So if the agent that you're meeting with doesn't bring a list of their own, as well as the comparable sales and the inventory, you want to ask them for it. That way you come in, not only are you looking at the agents as what's their track record, but you also get to see whether or not they know how to interpret that information, that data. All right, number 5, advertising. Does your broker control your advertising for you, or do you have full control over what you do, right? If your agent's not in control of their own advertising, then your home will be competing for advertising space, not only with this agent's other listings, but also with the listings of every other agent in the brokerage. So you want to know that question. You want to get that answer from the agent that you are interviewing. Number 6, asking price. On average, when your listings sell, how close is the selling price to the asking price? We briefly talked about that a few minutes ago, but you want to know, because here's why. Any agent, and this is actually, I don't want to say it's a common practice. A lot of the agents might hate me for saying this, but some agents will promise you a sales price that's far from reality just to get you to sign with them. So you want to be careful when you choose an agent, don't choose an agent that just promise you a price, a sales price that's the highest one, right? Because that doesn't mean anything. You want to know, hey, when you sell a home, your track record, your sales history, how close can you get to the actual asking price, right? Are you at 95, 96, 97, 100%? Like our team, we average $27,000 more in our clients' hands because we know what to do with our marketing. We combine our marketing experience and knowledge, right, with our systems, and we're able to get our homeowners, sellers, over $25,000 more in their pocket when compared to the average agents in the area. So you want to know that as well. Time on the market. Number 7, time on the market. You want to ask the agents that you're interviewing, hey, when you put a home on the market, number 1, what is the time frame for the agents, all the agents? What is the average days on the market for a home to sell in my marketplace, in my neighborhood? That's the first question. The second one is, what is your average time to get a home under contract? And you will see whether or not that agent is on par with the market, below or above, exceeding, and they're better than the market average. All right. And this information is also available from the real estate board. So the agent should be able to tell you what their average time to get a house under contract is, but at the same time, they should be able to tell you also. And if they can't tell you, you can find out. It shouldn't be that hard. All right, number 8, buyers. Now, if you're a homeowner listening to me right now, hopefully if I ask you, hey, what's most important for you to get your home sold? Hopefully you're gonna say, I would need to get a buyer who wants to pay me the price I want for my house, right? So the number 8 thing that's important to ask is buyers. Do you actually have buyers for a home like mine? Do you actually have buyers that you're currently working with? Are you only a listing agent with no buyers? Or do you currently have buyers in your database that's looking for a home just like mine? Could you actually sell my home before it goes on the market? Can you get a bidding war for my house, right? Because when you have demand for a home, the price goes above asking. When there's no demand for a home, the price goes down. So it's so important to ask whatever agent you're talking to, hey, how many buyers are you currently working with? It is crucial to know, all right? Any questions, guys? Again, let me know. If you have questions, just comment there in that box next to my face. That box right there. Comment on that box. Let me know if you have any questions. Number 9, references. Do you have a reference list of clients that I could contact? Because obviously, if they're good, somebody have spoken good things about them, right? Can you go on some website and look at testimonials or reviews? Or are they just telling you that they're good? Now, here's why this is important. So I tell my team, our agents all the time, your success is not based on how many homes you sell. Because really, we're expected to sell homes anyways, right? So our success on our team, in our company, is measured 3 ways. 3 R's, right? The first one is reviews, then referrals, then repeat clients. How I measure whether or not one of our agents is actually successful is if they have reviews, that's a testimonial. Referrals, that means the people that they've worked with are referring their friends and families over to them, right? That's important. And then repeat clients, which means when they close the deal, that same person that bought a home with our agent comes back in a few years and says, hey, I'm ready to go to that next home, right? That's important. So if they say, you know what, I don't have any references, that's a red flag, right? If you Google them, you should be able to find some reviews. That's important. Reviews will tell you the story because any agent can tell you how good they are, but their clients tells the true story. You can find those stuff online. I'm not gonna tell you what websites they are on, but like if you Google me, hopefully you find good reviews. In fact, I can tell you we have really good reviews. That's really important. So a study was done a few years back by the National Association of Realtors, and they surveyed homeowners across the country, all right? Not just us, not just my team, across the country. And I think this is before we were actually a team. The survey came back, it's around 70% of the people surveyed said they wouldn't go back to the last agent they worked with. How crazy is that, right? So we want to make sure on our team, the reason why we surveyed, we measure success with the 3 R's, through reviews, referrals, and repeat clients, is because I told my agents, hey, it's not just about selling homes. We are expected to sell homes, but you can't just do good. You can't just do above average. You gotta do amazingly, exceedingly, outstanding, because that's when you get reviews, that's when you get referrals, that's when you get repeat clients. And that's why one of our core values on the team is wow service. How do you give wow service? You have to actually make them remember how we make them feel. Hopefully we make our clients feel special, and that's what I tell all of our agents all the time. One last question, the 10th question. And again, if you guys want a full list of all these questions, just text me 301-651-4900. Tell me where to send that report to, and I'll get it over to you. Number 10, contract. What happens if I'm not happy with the job that you're doing to get my home sold? Again, I'm going to repeat that to you. The 10th question is the contract. What happens if I'm the homeowner? What happens if I'm not happy with the job that you're doing in getting my home sold? Am I stuck with you? Is it 3 months? Is it a 1 month? Is it a 6-month commitment? Is there a penalty to cancel? You want to ask that question because you want to know how much time you're actually committing with that agent. On our team, you hire us to be your representative in getting your home sold, getting you the best price possible for your home. We tell all of our clients, we will earn the right to work for you day after day. And if at any time, if you're the homeowner, at any time you don't feel like we're doing a good job for you, fire us. You don't have to stay working with us if you don't feel like we're doing a good job for you. So that's the 10th question, is the contract. Am I stuck working with you if I'm not happy with the results you're getting me? All right, so again, if you guys want the full 10 questions and all my thoughts that I just put into this, text me 301-651-4900. Tell me where you want me to send that, the free report that I just went over. Tell me where you want it, and I'll send it over to you. All right, guys, again, my name is Jon Lahey. I'm the CEO and founder of the Lahey Group and Remax Fine Living. It's been awesome. Guys, if you have any questions that you want me to go over like tomorrow or next week, please let me know. The reason why this video came about, one of my friends actually asked me the question directly. And so I wanted to share what I shared with her, because I really believe this was a very good question that she asked. And I'm like, wow, a lot of people can really benefit from hearing, I guess, my answer. All right. Hey, guys, have an awesome day. I'll see you guys later.